Hi everyone. Today I'm gonna walk you through one of my full sub-agents workflow that runs in the background on a daily basis, which is my newsletter production content. And basically everything starts with a simple newsletter command, and this will trigger three specific agents that work hand in hand. So basically I have three of them: the newsletter research agent, the newsletter intelligence agent, and the newsletter copywriter agent. Each one has a very specific role and output. The first one, the research, is gonna walk through the most recent updates from a set of newsletters and resources. And only from those. So there's no Google search or anything outside of that list. Once that is done, it's gonna provide those results into a research.md file for the day I'm running that research and push it to the intelligence agent to start the analysis and identify opportunities and angles and areas and themes that I can use to produce my next newsletter edition. And once that is done, the analysis MD file will be pushed to the copywriter agent to create the draft of the newsletter itself. So as you can see here, the first one is going to use different set of tools to start getting that content. And here in this case, I've done almost like 10 minutes work for 40K tokens. Once that is done, as you can see here, analyze 24 premium business newsletters, like you have Brain Food, Not Boring, Stratechery, etc. Identified five trending topics with 85% coverage on AI business transformation. And then what are the contrarian perspective and emerging patterns that haven't been discussed from that different set of contents and pieces. This research phase is going to move to the second one, which is the intelligence analysis, where the agent would basically pick the key angles and rank them and find the key focus, which is in this case the AI metrics crisis, cross-validated by six different sources and identified a 6 months first mover advantage opportunity in the sense where there is material to push more content, analyze it deeper, and gather more point of views and perspective. And from there, the result is pushed to the copywriter, the content creation phase agent, to come up with three subject line options, the opener for the newsletter. 95% of AI companies are measuring success wrong. Here's what the 5% know. The AI metrics crisis no one's talking about. So every agent has these very specific instruction and their own prompt and how to work together hand in hand. The newsletter itself, below 500 words in a very specific tone of voice, where I've trained it to really use my writing style. The audience, the key piece and main, I would say, topic of the newsletter, and the CTA. And basically, for each agent, we have a very specific output. The research report, and you can see the structure. We have a folder that is called output, and then three subfolders: research, intelligence, and draft. And for example, under draft, I'm gonna find every daily draft of the newsletter with the day of the date of the day for that edition. And to give you an example, this is how it looks like. Let's take, for example, the first one, which is, let's say, the research itself. And we're gonna open this and we're gonna see it here. Yeah, there you go. So this is the research report for today, executive summary, the analysis of the sources, As you can see, Lenny's newsletter, product growth, the SaaS letter, all of these are the very specific sources that have been used. And then what is trending? What are the evidences that have been pushed forward? For example, in enterprise software dynamics, is it covered by many sources, half of the sources, etc.? The quality first product philosophy, for example, that's another one. Bootstrapping and self funded, that's another one. So this research is basically the base to identify these patterns. So that's one. To identify the engaging formats and what are the attention level that would most likely make the audience focused. And then what are the recommendations for the analysis itself, which is the next. And here it provides these three angles: AI implementation gaps, alternative funding models, enterprise software disruption. That's like the whole approach. From this, the second agent, which is the intelligence agent, gonna take that part and is going to basically write the analysis itself based on that output. And here's the primary recommendation around the AI metrics crisis. What is the angle specifically? Why that angle and why now? The supporting evidence, the assessment on the audience. So I asked it to run those simulation on what would work best in terms of like A/B testing, but also potential impact, and the recommended approach in terms of how to craft that content, make it engaging, but also if there are any opportunities to add to the draft. And this is what will be pushed now to the third and final agent, which is the copywriter. And in this case, we're gonna see basically the draft of the newsletter draft. We have the option one, option two, option three, based on FOMO and contrarian, curiosity, authority, urgency, and exclusivity type of angles. And then the content itself. Your AI initiative is finally showing results. Productivity is up, customers are happier, revenue is growing. But when your CFO asks for ROI proof, you freeze. We provide the solution, the framework, the 5 metrics, etc. What are the proof points, the next move, and then I have a recap, content analysis in terms of word count, reading time, the key frameworks, the sources, and the positioning analysis itself. So this is my draft that I'm gonna take and then start working from here. It's not just like a simple copy paste. There's still some writing, some editing, etc. Maybe I'm adding content, rewriting certain pieces, but overall, the full process is the one that you've seen right here.